there was something very just not right with the family.
Yeah.
So how can you bring a woman who's of your age to sleep with your son in your house as a mother? How do you do that? So this protection, how do you get protected? He said, you know, you have to go and see a sangoma. You have to go and see a witch doctor, a mganga. Mwenye atakupika, akupike,
Upikike.
upikike, ndio mwanaume wote kwanza akikuona watakufia hapo. The other thing, mainly, hata it's for protection, for your own protection. You say there's do's and don'ts in this country. You can just come, uanze tu kufanya umalaya hapa. And I was like, you know what, you guys watch too many movies. Kambe mwacheni mchezo. I'm like, no. I remember when venye alikuja kanipata hapo kwa kitanda with the blood everywhere. Alisema they've already used this one. Hey, me, I remember I could hear them on the background. So I was sick.
Who are they talking about?
Wakasema, huyu ametumiwa. They've used this one for rituals.
What? Hello, welcome to Tuko Talks. My name is Lynn Gugi. Now, for hundreds of Kenyan women who want the easy way out, Nigeria is the place to be. The thought that Nigerian men can give them the world is mind-boggling. My guest today went there and came out with nothing, and she's here to share her story. And so, without further ado, please allow me to let her introduce herself. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi, mommy.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine.
You
I'm
look
fine.
lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
please
so much.
introduce yourself.
My name is Jane Mwangi,
Yeah.
or you can call me Mary Jane. That's the name a lot of people know me with.
Yeah.
And I'm a mom. I'm a mom of 3.
You are a mom of 2.
Yes, I am.
All right.
And I'm a businesswoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a businesswoman. I come from a family of 5. I'm the firstborn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know the reason we are sitting here today is because your story in Nigeria is something else.
Yeah,
You've
it
been
is.
inside the brothels. You've gone through zinaitangwa rituals, the
Yeah.
rituals here. But before we get to that point, I want my audience to, you know, the back of your story. So if
Okay.
you could take us through your story growing up, how was life like?
Growing up for me, it wasn't easy at all. I grew up in a broken home, meaning my mom had me, then she got married again, and she had like my 2 siblings. Then she got married again. Then it wasn't fun at all because I went through a lot. She was in a very violent relationship. Her relationships were very, very violent, and it caused a lot of trauma. As a child, you'll not be able to understand some things. Unaelewa. And the violence. Alikuwa anavunjwa mpaka mkono. It was tunapigwa huko wote sisi wote huko. It was very, very bad. Very bad. I grew up in trauma, and it wasn't just fun. It wasn't fun at all. Yeah, I grew up with a lot of pain, actually.
Yeah.
Sababu juu ya hiyo, she started drinking as well, bringing people to the house, and it got
By people,
ugly.
you mean
Men.
Yeah.
And it got ugly at some point that I don't really want to get into details,
Yeah,
but
please.
because I've forgiven her and it's life. Pia nimekuja ku understand pia alikuwa victim. You understand?
Yeah.
Pia alikuwa victim, and I've let go.
Yeah.
But it really affected me growing up. You understand my decisions, the decisions I made, the way I saw life, my relationships. You understand? I think I got in relationships. I used to get into relationships for all the wrong reasons. Sababu I didn't have guidance and that kind of thing. So yeah, I got pregnant when I was 17, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, the first man who told me, I love you. Hey, I was nilikuwa ile I'm ready to get married. All I ever wanted was a home, to be loved, for somebody to tell me I love you and to take away my pains that I grew up with. So the first man mwenye alikuja kunicompare comfort kidogo, I was a virgin actually.
Wow.
Yeah, then I got pregnant and by then everybody walikuwa niambia just abort, but I didn't have the strength to do it.
And
so,
you wanted to keep your baby?
Yes, I wanted to keep my baby. I wanted a husband. I wanted a home. Unaona the way people used to think like, if I grow up, I want to be something. Me, I only wanted a home. I only wanted to be loved, to love someone, to have a concrete home, a home that I never had since childhood. You understand? So eventually it didn't work out, and I got, as I was pregnant, mwenye mimba kakata. He was Arab, and there were so many differences between us. He was Muslim, I was Christian.
Was
his
it
family.
in Nairobi?
Yes, he was here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And we were not even in that kind of relationship, like a very deep relationship. I was just very young, very naive. You understand?
Yeah.
So as I was pregnant, I met somebody else. As I was pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah, I met somebody else. And he showed me so much love at the moment.
Yeah.
Na nilikuwa pregnant. I was like, whoa, does this kind of love exist?
He
You understand?
you comfort.
Yeah, he offered me comfort.
And shelter.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was also young too as well. He was in university by then. I remember he went home and told his parents that he got a girl pregnant. And na alikuwa anajua mimba si yake. But so to me, nilikuwa naona hii love ni Romeo and Juliet style.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, it can't go. I've arrived. This is what I really want in life. I want to belong somewhere. I want to, unaelewa.
Yes.
So boy, I remember hata nikiwa high school, at some point I didn't have anywhere to live. I was having, my mom alikuwa, but then my mom used to take her responsibilities, atanilipia shule. There's no one day nilifukuzwa shule, and she'll do me a very big shopping. Nikienda shule watu wanaona msichana ametoka maisha ingine.
Wao wameomoka.
Wameomoka kuomoka. Lakini I was praying kila siku sitaki kufungwa shule. I don't want to close to close.
Because you don't want to go home.
Because I don't want to go home. Because I practically don't have even a home to go to. Nilikuwa nafunga shule, nenda kwa aunti yangu, nenda sijui wapi, nenda wapi. And in between that's when I met the guy who got me pregnant. And you understand?
Yes.
That is why I used to say...
Did you finish school?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did, by God's grace, I did. But with a lot of difficulties, actually. I did my Form 4 when pregnant. Yeah. So, fast forward to this other guy now. So, this guy that I met, so he proposed to me as I was pregnant.
The normal proposal, like a ring proposal?
Yeah. He knelt down and proposed to me.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, and he knows the child is not his. Nikasema, hey, kwani kuna wanaume kama hawa? Mtu anakuja anakubali tu mimba ya mtu hivyo. Ameenda amesema kwao. You understand that kind of thing? I was like, I will die here. I will die for this marriage. Lazima this marriage works. And pia nilikuwa na ile trauma because of my past with my mom. I really wanted a home to prove her like I can have my home.
And
I will not.
Firstborn.
Yes, I will not go through what my mom went through. Sitaki yo kurukaruka sijui nini kupata watoto. So this is my chance to at least have a home again. But where? Hey. Sasa it was from a small frying pan to
the fire.
Yeah, to the fire.
With this guy now.
With this guy now. It was so bad.
What was bad about it?
I stayed in the relationship for 7 years, and it was hell. It was hell. Number one, the guy that he came from, he was an only son in a family, and it was a well-up family. And unajua kuna ile protectiveness mother-in-laws when they have one son and all this, that's kind of protectiveness. They
Yes.
protect their sons and that kind of thing. But he happened to be, you know, wanasemaga wale vijana wametoka familia moja moja, they don't work hard, they don't, sababu wanaona their life is set, maybe their parents have already established them and all, so they don't really have to work hard.
And what's the need?
And him, he was one of those guys. Hataki kufanya kazi, hataki, because the parents had given him a house, you understand?
Yes.
Hataki kufanya job and all, and for some reasons, well, I don't blame the parents, wataona ni mimi ndio fault, you understand? They will maybe look at me like you're the one who's making our son
You're
not to
influencing him the
yes,
wrong way.
yes, you understand. And it was on the contrary. Me, I was very, those guys that I don't really care about money when it comes to relationships. I don't look at money, sababu of all the things that I've gone through in my life and all. Money is not, of course everybody loves money, but si priority kwangu. So the relationship venye tukaanza kukaa pamoja, it was so violent. Very, very violent. And Mimi, to my thinking, because I was still young, I was still approaching my 20 years, me, to my thinking, I was like, this is what I grew up with, seeing my mom being beaten every day. So I was like, this is the way marriage is supposed to be. Unaelewa, nilikuwa ile like kuchapwa si big deal, kini kama kila mtu yu uchapwa in their marriage. Yeah. So it's not a big deal. Damn. So si nikaendelea kukaa hapo. Nikichapwa kila siku, mtu anaenda anakunywa, anakuja, ananichapa. And nashikilia hiyo ndoa because I don't want to end up like my mom. I'm like, I'm trying to break those ties. Hizo generation nini mie hapana. Nikiangalia nasema wacha tu nivumilie hii marriage yangu. Then I now got pregnant again. That was after around 5 years. And before I got pregnant, my family and all, I got an invite to Germany to visit my aunt, who we were very, very close. She got married in Germany and she invited me. And when she invited me, hakuna mtu alikuwa anataka nirudi Kenya and all. Everybody wanted like for me to establish myself in there and all. Huyu kijana nikiwa huko, ataacha nifanye kazi. We siku moja akaamka, nikapata ameandika jina yangu, ameenda amefanya tattoo jina. Akanitumia video, baby, do you see the way I love you? I've even tattooed. Hey, nikajua wewe. You know, they used to ask, what is the most stupidest thing you've done in relationship? Mimi, I flew all the way from Germany to Kenya for a man.
Just because of a tattoo?
For a man!
Yes.
For a man.
Were you in Germany with your kid?
No, no, I was alone.
Where had you left your baby?
With my mom.
Okay, and were you pregnant at this period?
No, I was not even pregnant.
So now
I had a chance. By then, I had a chance to start my life, to start a clean slate. Kabisa. But ile venye niliona tattoo, and this is the love, yani right now ndio nimekuja kurealize when you don't get love from your parents, which is hata ndio say naona it's very important for parents to tell their kids I love you, to show your kids love, because if you don't, they'll look for love in all the wrong places.
Yes.
Mimi sasa venye alinifanyia tattoo akaniambia, you know, I will die without you, sijui nini, akaenda akaandika hapo Jane, sijui I love you. Hey, venye niliona hivyo, I was in the next flight.
You want to come back home?
I want to come back home to my marriage, to my man. I don't want to have that history. I was with this one, I was with this one. I want to come back home. Nikachukua ndege nikarudi. Kurudi, guess what? The guy had a cousin. Mtu alikuwa anashinda akisema ati ni cousin. Do you know she was pregnant for him?
Oh, the cousin.
Yes, the cousin, in quotes.
Yeah.
She was pregnant for him. So that was the first shock on my face when I got here. I was like, why is it that you told me to come back? And you know, uko na mtu, hata mtu umeka mimba, unanyambia ni cousin yako, mnaishi na yeye, because they used to have very many businesses. They used to live with a lot of people in their home. Wanawafanyia kazi, unaelewa, in their salon, and also she happened to be working in a salon. And I had known her from the word go. You understand? Even she was there when I got with my baby and all, we were very good friends.
Yes.
Kijana akakuja akanibembeleza.
Ukaingia box.
Nikaingia box tena. Nikaingia box tena, by the way. I'm such a hopeless romantic. Ah, God. Nikaingia box tena. Sasa ndio tukachukuana, sasa kwanza tukaanza kuishi pamoja sasa vizuri. You understand? Oh God. Do you know, in that relationship, it was a 7 years relationship. The guy had made like 4 girls pregnant in the relationship.
And you still stayed.
And I'm still staying. Eventually, I remember when I walked away, I was pregnant. I was very pregnant, like around 7 months hivi. And mamake, by the way, alikuja kwa nyumba. I can remember very well. The mom came in my house with another girl who was pregnant at that point again. Akanyambia, this is a new wife. And I'm like 7.5 months pregnant. Akanyambia, this is a new wife. It's best, and he was sitting there. But the mama akamuuliza, between the two of them, who do you want? Akasema, I want her, but I also want her too. Mimi kusikia hivyo, I wanted to kill myself. Nikimagine all the sacrifices I've made to this guy. Mpaka tunakaa tunakula chumvi na ugali. Nimetoka Germany. Hey. Such a disappointment. Nikasema, by the way, God give me strength, and I walked away when I was pregnant.
Wow.
And I went home, nikaenda ushago. Kwenda ushago, I remember hakukuwa na mtu ushago. I was living in a whole compound alone. Hakuna mtu wa gate, hakuna anyone. And eventually mpaka nikapata, I got now my son, and you understand?
Yeah.
Nikiwa tu like in the marriage and all, unajua, I had not experienced ile kuparty and all since when I started life. Yes. I skipped that part.
Yeah.
I never enjoyed myself. Sikuwa enda club. I never did anything. So ile, when my marriage ended, something in me just clicked, like, Lily, I want to be a bad girl now.
This is now after you gave birth to your son.
Yes.
Your second born.
Yes. Which was also very difficult, sababu ile nikajaribu kusimama na watu wawili, napata narudi pia sababu because of the children and all, but eventually I was able to just let go of that marriage because it was a very toxic marriage.
Yeah.
Toxic marriage. And the parents also, venye wamemlea huyo kijana, I don't understand. Because I don't understand how you can bring, as a parent, you bring a woman
and tell your son,
a woman who's almost your age. Mtu hata si age ya huyo kijana wake. Now, it's not the first time. There was something very just not right with the family. So how can you bring a woman who's of your age to sleep with your son in your house as a mother? How do you do that? Unaelewa? Kuna kitu that was just off about the family. Nikasema, let me just move on with life, you know, and all.
So now bad girl mode is activated.
Mimi nikasema, by the way, nimekuwa mzuri sana. Like, I don't ask guys for money. It's only love that I'm after, and this is what I've gotten. Afadhali, hata wale wasichana wazuri, by the way, they end up with better husbands.
Wale
wabaya.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? I'm done being good. I don't want to be good again. I don't want to be good again. So, you know, I started now going out in town, like is it to club and all. Hata kabla sijaanza hata kuingia mizizi, hata sijanini, another guy came up. This time round, he was a Nigerian. Mimi sikuwa believe in all those things, love at first sight. Hey, this guy, I felt hard him too, I guess. At some point, he felt really hard, and we became very close. And he also proposed to me. You understand? And I was like, you know what? Are you
telling him you have kids?
Yes.
You've laid out your entire story.
Yes, nimemwanikia kila kitu. By the way, my life has always been an open book because I don't feel like kuna vitu zingine hatuna ficha. There's nothing too much. Unaelewa? Ukifikiria your situation is too much, you'll now sasa utenda usikie stories zingine, you know you are better.
Exactly.
And I don't care about what people will think, especially when it comes to my kids and all. Wasema it's mistakes, but mimi nilikuwa na courage to keep them. There are some people who have aborted that are 5 children. You understand?
You kept
the only
yours.
difference between me and them is that I kept mine.
Yeah.
You understand? And they're my pride. So I told the guy the truth from beginning. I have niko na watoto and all. Akaniambia wosi, I don't care about that. I really like you, the person you are, and I was really there for him, him too. You understand? Eventually he proposed, tukaanza kuishi pamoja. So I was living in Lavington. Then sikutaka, by the way, I didn't want to live there.
Why?
Because I felt it's such an expensive lifestyle that I don't want.
But he's
I did
giving
not
it
want,
to you.
but he wanted to give it, but Naskia, we are not established. I felt like we don't have that kind of money to start wasting in 70,000
places.
house, and you understand?
Yeah.
And we want to start a family. I have kids and sina pesa ya kuwaste, staki hiyo pesa i-waste. Mimi I'm the good girl. I used to be ushaona mwanaume anakupeleka kwa nyumba nzuri, anakuambia you sit here, and unamwambia hapana, unataka ile nyumba because you're thinking about your future
And your kids.
and my kids and all that. But aka insist and then nilikuwa nafanya biashara. I started my business way back then.
What
Kuza.
business is this?
I sell shoes, bags, clothes, jewelry, all that. Na nilikuwa nafanya online. And my business was doing so well at some point when I was with this Nigerian. I used to see money, take care of my bills,
Was he
my
giving you the
kids.
capital for your business?
No.
Where did you get the
No,
capital?
the capital, before I even met him, I was in the business. You understand? Before hata tujuane,
Yeah,
nilikuwa
you
bado
already established.
bado
So
nilikuwa
this is where you're
nafanya
getting the money
online.
to party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So eventually I stayed in the marriage, and also it turned out to be it didn't turn out to be a good one as well. Sababu mtu anataka aende B club kila siku, aende club kila siku. I'm not supposed to ask any questions and all. By the way, hiyo marriage ya wa Nigeria, people need to reevaluate it. Sababu watu wengi, they get married because of money. They marry these Nigerians because of money. And wakikupatia nyumba and all, you're supposed to keep quiet. You're supposed to keep quiet and allow the man to do whatever he wishes. When I was talking to his parents, to his people, to his sisters in Nigeria, when we have issues, walikuwa niuliza, anakulipia rent? Unakula? So what's the problem? Unashindwa. Is that all there is to it to marriage?
Yeah.
So eventually his business got very bad.
What was his business? Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of them will come to the country.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against Nigerian men, but they are in business, but they never tell you exactly what they are doing. They are not accountants, lawyers, ABC. So what was his business, according to you?
I'm going to tell this openly, and I don't want to sound like a snitch, like I'm snitching on them and all. If I was Nigerian and I'll say this thing, hakuna mtu atanijudge.
Yes.
Lakini maybe because I'm Kenyan and I'll say it openly,
Yeah.
it will cause some controversy and that kind of thing. But the business he was doing, he was online. He was into fraud. I'll be honest with you. He was into fraud. I know he's the father of my child, but you know, it happens. These things happen. I have reasons why I must talk about it, about what he does. And in the beginning, when I met him, he wasn't open. I didn't know. I didn't know this is what he does.
So where did you think the money and the good
He
house
always
was coming
he
from?
always told me he sells Bitcoin. he
Yes.
always gave me stories of so sikuwa ile, I was not really keen. Remember, I'm still a bit naive, bado.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, as long as he's bringing money,
Let's do it.
we move.
Yes, we move.
We
Where
move.
the money resides. Where the money resides.
Yeah. We move.
Yeah.
But Eventually ndio nikakuja nikajua like he's into some things, and he now pulled me into those things that got me in a lot of trouble. Sababu at some point he was using my bank accounts, and I used to collect money for him in Western Union. At some point baka nini passport yangu it was bad in Western Union, my ID, it was bad. I can't collect money from Western Union again. At some point the bank even called me, sat me down, started questioning me, where are you getting this money and all. They started putting like eyes of one plus one together. I was in trouble at some point. And ndio nikakuja kurealize like, you know what,
he's using me.
He's using me, and this is something that every Kenyan girl, hakuna Mnigeria atakuwa nawe na kutumi one way or the other. Lazima they'll get something from you. Either uko unamsaidia transaction ama uko unamsaidia, you understand? Hakuna mtu atakuja tu hapo at this is my girlfriend and they're not doing it. And you know what? Kama ni mtu anakupenda, they will not put you in that risk. They will not put you in a risk that pesa imeibiwa, sijui nini imewekwa kwa akaunti yako in case that people contact Interpol and all.
Yes.
Wewe ndio utashikwa.
Yes.
And it happens. It happens. Kenyan girls fall prey. Mtu amekuachia hapo ma bills manini in serious trouble. And all he has to do is go to the airport with his passport, aende Nigeria. How are you going to find that person ever again? You are stuck with the problem. Na uko hapo juu ya mapenzi. Uko tu hapo unafikiria ni mapenzi. But you know what? Mtu anakupatia, anakupenda, hata kuweka kwa hiyo risk. So I was like, you know, I started now re-evaluating my relationship. I was like, no, and sasa ikafika point akasota. Akakuwa na pesa kabisa.
Online imekataa.
Online imekataa. Wazungu wamekataa kutuma pesa. Wazungu wamekataa kutuma pesa huko. Tumeingia arrears kwa nyumba. Nyumba yenye nilikuwa namkataza don't. So now I started taking money from my business.
Wow.
Wewe niambia utalipa siku ngapi? 70,000. You have like 2-3 months arrears of 70,000 rent. Then you have responsibility, na niwe peke yako from the business. If you take that kind of money from a business, will it survive?
And your kids want to eat, they want school, they want everything.
Ilifika point mimi sasa ndio breadwinner kwa nyumba. Mimi sasa ndio niende, na saa hiyo niko na mimba. I had already fell pregnant again.
Oh, man.
So nichukue bags, nichukue juu niko online, nichukue sandals zangu, nichukue bags zangu, niweke kwa mgongo na mimba yangu, niende town, nishinde huko nikihoka. Na sasa naishi nyumba ya 70,000. Na mtu hataki kuhama. Sababu hataki kuhama ndio because ako ile afraid the status, you know, ashaonyesha watu like his friends. No, now we live in Lavington. And that, you know, that fake life. Which mimi nilimwambia from beginning.
But also, why are you also not living? Why are you not leaving him hapo na hizo shida? Oh, you are in love.
Yes, I was in love and I was pregnant.
Amen.
I was pregnant.
Catch. Oh, wow.
You understand? I was not pregnant again. I was like, oh my God, what is my life turning into?
I feel like every time you got pregnant, that's when the world would turn upside down for you.
Yeah. And ikafika point Lynn, nikaingia madeni, nikakopa mapesa, nikipatia mwanaume, mara niambia watu wao sijui wamefanya sijui nini. Naenda huko nakopa pesa. Nachukua pesa mpaka za chama huko nampatia. Nachukua huko pesa sijui za nampatia. Kuangalia hivi before I knew it, nimeingia debts za niko na deni ya 400,000 za watu. And at this point I'm like, hapana. Wacha tu, hata kama ndaambiwa mimi ni single mama, hapana. Wacha tu ikae.
I have to go.
For my own sanity. Na pia alikuwa very violent and manipulative, and what do you expect from somebody who lies for a living? And there was something so strange in that relationship. By the way, in that relationship nilikuwa na notice vitu zingine, but ile naivety na ignore.
Let me ask you something, Jane. Are you talking to your family? Are you confiding in your aunt, your mom? Like, mom, I'm going through this in my marriage. What should I do? Or your aunt?
Yes, my aunts, both of my aunts. I have an aunt in South Africa. I have my aunt who called me in Germany.
Yes.
We are very, very close, and they've tried to be there for me. they've tried to be there for me to some extent.
So at least you had someone to talk to.
Yes, I had somebody to talk
I
to.
sense a but. What's
yes,
the but?
The but is they are very far away, you understand, and they have their own lives, they are living their own lives. Huwezi kuwa wewe peke yako ndo unashinda umepigia watu simu wewe.
Do you think you became a burden?
Yes, to some point. I felt like I'm a burden, like my kids are also a burden, and yeah, that's the way I felt. Concerning my mom, we don't have a good relationship because of my childhood. Even now, I'm sorry to say, because of my childhood and everything I went through. My childhood, nilitoka kwetu nikiwa class 8. I was class 8 and I moved away from home because of all these issues and drama and guys, I don't know what. And since then, I've never been home.
Okay.
So I was all by myself kwa streets. Nikifunga shule, nasema I'll go to this my uncle. Nikifunga shule, I'm like, where am I going to go? You get. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
So now this Nigerian marriage is also failing?
Yes,
and you've
it's
decided
failing.
You are full of debts, and now it's time for me to let it go.
Yeah, eventually nikasema, let me move back to a small house. Let me move back to a small house and try to
survive.
Na saa hiyo mtoto wangu sasa ni mdogo tu sana. Do you know, I had to sit down and make a decision. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go to the streets. I don't want to go to kwa bar nianze kufanya vitu zingine because of money. Because I've never done that really. Even the time that I tried, I met with this Nigerian and pia akanichipo. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go back to live a certain lifestyle. The only thing I have is my business. And my business has failed. Sababu nimemaliza biashara yangu with this Nigerian practically. Mpaka hata nikizaa mimi ndo nilijilipia hospitali, nikajilipia mpaka everything. His help was very little. And bado nilikuwa tu ile understanding because nilikuwa najua hana pesa then, but it weighed me down a lot. It weighed me down a lot. So I sat down, I'm like, you know what? The only thing I have that I know I can genuinely get money from is my business. And nilikuwa najua my business can take care of my bills, my kids with ease. I will not suffer hivyo when I have biashara yangu. So nikasema, you know what? I'm going to go to Nigeria for my business. Because then before, nilikuwa naletewa vitu from Nigeria, but eventually the person who was sending me these things akaanza kukua disfaithful, and that's when my business was even finishing. So
you
I needed
to go get the goods for yourself.
Yes, nikasema by the way, hiyo Nigeria si mbali sana. Well, let me go there and see so that I make my own contacts, business contacts. I don't want to start begging people, hey, go and buy for me. Na watanikata, itakuwa ni ubroka. Ile, I'll not get even my full profits from something. Kasema, you know what, I'm cutting all these people off. I need to go to Nigeria, get my own contacts, my business contacts, my business to stand. You get, yes. I had a plan. Nikauza kila kitu kwa nyumba, like the little things that I had in the house, I sold. I still went and took another small loan to be able to buy goods.
Yes.
So in 2 weeks, nikapanda
ndege. Your babies with?
I left my babies with, I'll be very honest when it comes to this. My aunt, I had an aunt that I left my babies with. Because in my thinking, nilikuwa najua in 2 weeks, I'll be back. It was only meant to be a 2 weeks trip.
So you packed your babies and you took them to your aunt.
Yeah. Little did I know, hizo 2 weeks, it will turn out to be 2 years. I didn't know it will turn out to be 2 years. Na kabla niendeo Nigeria, I sat down. I was like, what is happening to my life? Nimejaribu kuoleka saizi mara ngapi haifanyi. 3. Nimejaribu every time, na mimi ni wale wanawake wa kuvumilia kwa ndoa, nimevumilia mpaka nakula chumvi huko, nakata sina nguo. Ile tu bado I'm faithful. I never look outside. I never do anything. Niko tu hapo. I'm like, what is happening to my life? These things are not normal. This is not a normal thing. So one of the reasons why I went to Nigeria was business. The other reason was like, I want to find out what is wrong with me.
Juju.
Either, by then nilikuwa ready. Nilikuwa nimesema either juju, either kanisa, ama nini, these curses upon me, I can't do this. Juu nilikuwa na face some kind of rejection, some kind of shame, humiliation kila saa, kuchukiwa na watu. And now I looked back at my mom's life. My life is unfolding just to be as like hers, and it's what
and that's what you are running away
that
from.
is what I've been running away from. That's
exactly.
what hiyo ndo kitu hata ilifanya I started wanting to get married, to have a marriage at a very young age, because that's all I wanted in life.
Let me ask you something. This decision for you to go to Nigeria and even look for juju, who influenced it? Where did
it
you
was
hear
not
about
necessarily juju,
Yes.
I would say,
Yeah.
because in the beginning I thought that nilikuwa nasikia they are very powerful men of God. Me and my family, I grew up in a Christian home. Sijawahi ataona juju or all those things. I've never experienced them
But you are well informed
whatsoever.
that Nigeria is the place
But
to go.
nilikuwa nasikia Nigeria kuna watu huko
Okay.
wanaweza saidia mtu.
Wakikushika tu hivi unaomoka.
But nilikuwa zile a bit skeptical as well, sababu mizo vitu I don't believe in them.
Okay.
I don't really believe in them because naona ni kama movie. Mtu akiniambia I don't know juju, I was like you watch too much movies. You can't. So eventually I packed my and
Went to Nigeria.
went to Nigeria. Nikakaa kwa hotel and I made friends. I made friends with the girl. Me, I'm a very friendly person. So eventually I was like, "Hi, you're from Kenya." They love Kenyans. They love foreigners generally. If you're a foreigner huko, yani unaonekana ni kama umetoka majuu. Me, I got so many marriage proposals nikiwa huko. I got so many marriage proposals nikiwa huko. Mtu anaona ni kama ndampe green card. Ni kama ndampatia green card. But you know, so I made so many friends. I made friends with this particular girl in the hotel that I was staying. Nikamwambia, you know what, I need this and this, and nikamwambia, you know, I even have somebody who can help you with that. You know, like, can help you go to the market and all. Nikasema, okay. So the first time tukaenda in the market, it's a very, very big market. It's a very big market. It's worse than Kikomba, Isili combined.
It's that big.
It's that big and crowded. Very crowded. By the way, you can't just go there without a guide.
Yes.
I later came to realize, by the way, Nigeria is not a normal place. The way we view life here, Nigeria, si venye watu fikiria. So the first day we went, tukanunua vitu and all. So I used to just go to the market, buy things, I keep it in the hotel. Buy things, I keep it in the hotel. For a whole week, it was. Then in the weekend, tunaenda atanipeleka out, the girl will take me out and all, we'll go to the beach. They have very beautiful beaches. Then the next day ndaanza kwenda market again. I'll start going and the market is hectic a lot. So eventually mimi nikapack vitu zangu zote and all, worth around say 400,000-500,000 hivi. Nikapack vitu zangu zote nikapack hapo kwa room. Siku ikafika, like I'm supposed to go home in a few days. So I'm supposed to ship these things. So nikachukua vitu, akaniambia, you know what, I know an office in that Balogun market. Maka wameweka hizo stickers and all. I went to the office previously. Nikaona what they have, it's a full office. Kuna stickers mpaka za the freight, they're doing the nini hizi where they are shipping the goods and all. I spoke to somebody, wakaniambia, you know, I even paid for the shipping. I paid for the shipping. Nikachukua mzigo zangu zote, nikawapatia. Little did I know, it's a fake shipping company. Do you know I went back there the following day? Hakukuwa hata na ofisi, by the way. Hakukuwa hata na ofisi.
Ulikuwa umechezwa.
Hakukuwa hata na ofisi. The office was empty.
And asking around?
Asking around, wakaniambia, you know, it's like these people rented out this place for a week, but they went. Nilikuwa zile za, what are you telling me? Hey, what are you telling me? Si nikarudi kwa hoteli. And hiyo sasa ni, it's like 2 days ndio inafaa nirudi. I'm like, what am I going to do?
And the girl?
The girl was still there with me. Ile she was like, helping, trying to help me out, ni kama anajaribu kunisaidia,
Oh,
how I'm going to
acting
recover.
like she doesn't
yes,
know.
acting like she doesn't know.
Boy.
Nikaenda nikareport to police station. By the way, I reported the incident. The owner of the hotel, by the way, akakuja akaniona, nikamexplainia hivi. He felt so sorry for me. He felt so sorry for me. Akaniambia don't worry, akani-comfort, akanipatia aside like a few days for free in the hotel. Akaniambia you don't have to pay for this. And all this, the whole time this girl was there. Do you know the following day also I woke up, nikapata msichana amenibia bag. And in that bag, my phone, my passport, kila kitu.
Na ameenda wapi?
Disappear, but I've
Kai.
never met that girl again.
So your passport is gone?
So my passport is gone.
Your phone is gone?
My phone na Kenyan line with my details, everything is gone. My stock is gone. I'm literally like this without no money because I've spent all my money in my goods.
Yes.
Now, nimepatiwa like a few days for free in the hotel. So I'm on the verge of being stranded. Lynn, nikikumbuka what I've been through in Kenya, na madeni zinaningoja Kenya, pesa za watu nimekopa,
Na hii stock ndio ilikuwa ikuokolee.
na hii stock ndio ilikuwa iniokolee,
Kai.
nivufue biashara yangu.
Boy.
I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? Nitafanya nini? Nitarudiaje nyumbani? Nimeuza vitu zangu zote mpaka za nyumba. How am I going to go home with nothing, with people's debts?
I feel you.
Ndio hiyo marriage imekataa, you know, I'm like, you know what, I can't go back home with nothing. I don't know how to go back home with nothing. I have to make it work. Lazima nitafute pesa anyway, nje yote ile.
Kai.
Because I don't have a choice. Niangalia watoto watatu. Ndio biashara yangu hakuna. Nini? Narudi nyumbani nifanye. Nikaka hivi nikasema by the way, hata nikirudi nyumbani, ndaenda tu kufanya hiyo umalaya. I'll still end up doing something that I don't want to, because if I don't have work, how am I going to sustain myself and my kids? So si afadhali nifanyie huku mali, ni mbali hata hakuna watu wataniona.
Na wakujui.
Na wanijui anyway. So si msichana moja hapo Enol akanionyesha, one of the girls akaniambia, you know what, you can make money, you can make wewe na, and you are a Kenyan, you will make a lot of money. Eventually hizo siku zenye nilikuwa nimewekewa kwa hoteli zikaisha. Kumsichana akaniambia, you know what, you can come and stay with me where I stay. I was like, okay. Nikapack tu nguo tonga, hata sikuwa nimebeba nguo, nilikuwa nimebeba nguo sijui ngapi za wiki mbili tu, like very few things. Nikapack tu kwa kasuitcase kangu nikamfuata. Kumfuata si akanipeleka like in a house. It was a very beautiful house actually. It was a very beautiful house, lakini kuingia ndani there are like 40 girls inside. A bungalow, like 9 bedrooms. So inside each bedroom there are like maybe 2, 3 depending. Sababu you pay for the house. You pay every week being in the house. Every Monday you pay. So kulingana na mfuko yako, kama you have a lot of money, you'll be given your own room. If you don't have money, you'll join you'll share like 2 or 3 or 4 depending. Kama una pesa, kuna sasa zile rooms za watu waona pesa kabisa.
So let me put this into perspective. Hii ni bungalow, hii bungalow. If you rent a house, what are you renting a house for?
Actually, it was a brothel. It was a brothel.
It's a brothel.
But a high-end brothel. You understand?
Yeah.
So I literally didn't have a choice.
So men would come in there?
No. Men will not come, but girls will go out. Men are not allowed.
So how is it a brothel?
You
if
go
men are
out.
Not coming in?
You're supposed, you go out. The madam of the house will give you guys.
Okay.
And the madam of the house.
So the madam has connections.
Yes, the madam has a lot of connections with a lot of big guys. So mtaitwa tu mwambiwe come and you understand?
God, yes.
So venye nilienda, I went there. I was like, you know what? I have to do what I have to do for my kids. I have to do what I have to do to survive. These are things that I've ran away from them since I was childhood, but you know what? I'm here. They've caught up with me.
Are you not Don't you have you not memorized any number you can call back home?
Of course, I had memorized the number.
But
I
you
tried.
still don't want to come back with
Yes.
nothing?
Yes, siwezi rudi hivyo, Lynn. How do you come back home with nothing? Na uko na madeni za 400,000-500,000. Uko na watoi, nimeenda biashara, nimekoniwa pesa zangu kila everything, my last coin, na ni pesa za kuomba, the loan. What will I do when I come back? Sintaingia jela sasa. Watu watanisu. Niko na mapesa zao. Ndaenda wapi hata vitu za nyumba sina?
And the shame.
And the shame. Nikasema, you know what? Screw everything. I have to survive. So, tukakaa na huyu msichana. Like the first day, the second day. Then I noticed she didn't want to take me out. She didn't want to, you know, they used to go to all these very big clubs. They'll go out, all these private parties, very big with very big men. So they will, msichana nika notice at some point, she does not want to take me. She does not want to expose me a lot. So I was like, what is the reason? Why is it that you don't want to take me? Me too, I want to make money. I need to make money to go back home. At this point, hata sina passport, sina nini. I lived illegally for 2 years. Na hakuna mtu aliniuliza swali in Nigeria.
And the money, you are getting enough?
No. At some point, it's deeper than that. I don't know how to explain this to you, actually. I don't know how to explain this to you. It's deeper than that. So eventually, the madam of the house akaniita kando. Akaniambia, come. Akaniita kwa bedroom yake, I'll never forget. And she was like, sit down. She was like, nikamu-explainia everything that I'm being through. Akaniambia, you don't want to go home. And nikamwambia, I can't go home with nothing. I need to make money. Akaniambia, you will make money. A lot of money. Being a Kenyan, and you're in a foreigner, na venye Nigerians, they love foreigners. Hey, you'll make a lot of money. I was like, okay. Akaniambia, but do you know they might use you for rituals? I was like, what do you mean? Akaniambia, things as you see them here is not the way you think. And all these girls that are here, they are protected. Are you protected? Because that's the reason nobody wants to take you out. Hakuna mtu anataka kurisk. You're not protected and now you want to go out. Hakuna mtu anataka a hand in it. So that's why everybody in the house was like, I can't take this one out with me because she does not know anything, she's not protected. So I was like, so this protection, how do you get protected? He said, you know, you have to go and see a sangoma. You have to go and see a witch doctor, a mganga. Mwenye atakupika, akupike, upikike, ndio mwanaume wote kwanza akikuona watakufia hapo. The other thing, mainly, hata it's for protection, for your own protection. You say there's do's and don'ts in this country. You can just come, uanze tu kufanya umalaya hapa. And I was like, you know what, you guys watch too many movies. Kaambia hebu acheni mchezo. I'm like, no. Hizi vitu hazi exist. Hizi vitu zinakuaga if you believe in them. So you know that saying, yenye people, everybody says,
yes,
if you believe in these things, that's when they come true. If you, that kind of thing. Mimi nikaambia madam, by the way, mimi, I grew up in a Christian home. I don't believe in these things. I've never seen them in my life. And I don't believe hata zinaweza nishika mimi sababu it's just not in me. Mimi, by the way, Lynn, I was naive na ile ignorance. Sitaki kuamini, by the way. Sitaki kuamini hizi vitu zina exist. How? I'm like, you watu acheni kuwatch movies mob. It can't be true, it can't be real. No. Mi venye nimezaliwa and in my family I've never seen these things. So, hapana. So nikaambia mama, you know what, me God will protect me. Mimi Mungu atani protect hivyo hivyo venye niko. So I hit the streets. I hit the streets the way I was. And in my stay there, I don't even know how to explain this. Hata sijui nikuambie nini.
What was a normal day like for you?
A normal day, I'd be sleeping the whole day.
And working at night?
Yeah. a normal day. And I
With only one man? in mind?
yeah, I would mimi sija graduate, sikuwa nime graduate to the point of different men. And even when I was doing it, I used to do it like I'm dating. I'll want somebody to take me out for dinner for, you understand, sababu I'm still following. I don't know how to. Sasa hata ndio nilianza kukunywa vizuri pombe.
Okay.
Sababu I can't do these things on my clear, my consciousness. How do I deal with these things at night when I sleep even? And you know, watu wengi, they don't know, but people drink, people get themselves in drugs because of pain and because to hide
what they
Yeah.
they're going through.
yeah.
So you started drinking?
So I started drinking, becoming frustrated, nikaingia depression ingine. I was living a reckless life. I wish I was dead. I used to tell people, I wish I died. I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of suffering. Nimeteseka kutoka nikiwa mtoto huko. I never got any love. This ndo hiyo sasa nimejaribu ndoa imekataa, nimejaribu ingine. No, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired of this life. I don't want to live again.
Are you missing your kids? Are you trying
Yeah,
to
of
talk
course.
to them?
Yeah. The whole time I kept on. By the way, that's the only thing that gave me strength. That's the only thing that gave me strength when I was there. Nikifikiria to my babies and all, I'll be like, I need to go back home. Otherwise, there was nothing. Hakuna kitu ningerudi hapa Kenya kufanya. If I didn't have my kids, I would have never come to Kenya. Ningekaa tu hiyo Nigeria, by the way, because eventually I was able to make a bit of money. Nikaanza kulipa madeni zangu. The people that I was owing.
Oh, so now you finally have a phone. You are talking to
Yes,
people back
I started.
in Kenya.
Yeah, I started paying off my debts, preparing myself to come back home. Lakini it was not easy. If I want to come back home, something will happen.
How much would you make in a good, like in a, sorry to say, but in a good day, according to you?
I would make like sometimes. It depends because the currency, Nigerian currency, is not so good.
In Kenyan currency?
In Kenyan currency, sometimes I didn't used to go out every day because sijazoea your lifestyle ya kwenda kupati kila siku. So hiyo ndio hata ilikuwa weakness yangu. Nikipata pesa hivi, nitaongoja mpaka hiyo pesa iishe, ndio I'll now go back to the streets again because I'm not used to doing this thing. Consistently every day,
you
every
not
day.
A regular.
Yeah. So, but whenever I was fortunate, I used to get people who used to spend money. Nigerians are very rich. Let nobody fool you. One single Nigerian anaweza nunua Kenya mzima, by the way. So on a good day, I'll make maybe like 50,000.
Wow.
I'll make 100,000 Kenyan shilling. It used to be good in sometimes, but sometimes pia it's not also good.
Kuna kauka.
Yeah, and it's all about connections as well. You can't just go and start going. You need people who will connect you to all these big people and all. So yeah, I used to make money, but hiyo pesa ilikuwa inaniuma sababu ilikuwa inatoka kwa I was selling my dignity, and I don't have a choice. The position that I am right now, I don't have a choice. I have to survive. I have to take care of my kids. Sasa, what turned everything around is when I met this particular guy. He was a very rich guy, very, very extremely rich. And I had something I used to do with guys to get more money from them. I'll hold myself a bit. You understand? I'll let you take me out for dinner, for lunch. Ndakuwa nimekutuanisha pesa kidogo. Other than just going and opening my legs at once. So I used to do that a lot, try and keep relationships kidogo. So in the course, I can just call you, I don't have food, and utanitumia, because I've tried to keep relationship kidogo. So eventually I met with this guy. He was very interested in me. He was even talking marriage to me, and I had not slept with him. Sababu kuna wale watu utapatana na nao, you'll try and hold yourself a bit, and you understand, yeah. So I was like, you know what, this guy doesn't look like a bad guy. And eventually, after taking me out for dinner, maybe once or twice or thrice like that, we ended up doing the deed. We ended up sleeping together. when we slept together, in the morning I just went back home. Going home, I remember, you know what they call sleep paralysis. Ile, it's like you're in a dream, but unaamka unajaribu kuamka, but you can't open your eyes. And you're having a very bad dream. For the first time, I experienced that night, the first night. When I woke up, my period was coming out. And to my thinking, I had just seen my period like say 2 weeks ago hivi, and I was like, you know what, I think it's just maybe my patterns, my hormones or something. I waited until in the evening. In the evening ikaanza sasa kutoka, ni kama it's not normal period,
the heavy one,
like blood is coming out like venye unaweza kata mtu hivi. Then I realized something is wrong. Something is amiss. My friend akaniambia, you know what, just sleep over it. Kesho, let's see how it's going to be. When I slept lean in the morning, when I woke up, I couldn't wake up. Nilikuwa tunasikia watu wakiongea, I couldn't open my eyes. I was so weak. Siwezi tembea. Looking at my dress hivi, ile asubuhi kuamka hivi nikapata damu imejaa hivi kwa mattress. A lot of blood. I was like, what is happening to me? Sasa si the madam of the house akaitwa. I remember when venye alikuja akanipata hapo kwa kitanda with the blood everywhere. Alisema they've already used this one. Hey, me, I remember I could hear them on the background. So I was sick.
Who are they talking about?
Akasema, huyu ametumiwa. They've used this one for rituals.
What?
And I could hear it in the background. Saa hiyo, by the way, do you know, ile venye nilikuwa in my sleep, nilikuwa do you know, instead I praying to God ati aniokoe, anifanyie, I was praying to God to take my life.
Oh, wow. Hold on there, Jane. Because I feel like we cannot finish this episode right now, and I want us to continue and not rush you. So guys, we'll have to take a break on this one, and we will be right back on the next episode after this one, because I really want to understand this whole story, and I know it's not fair for us to rush Jane with her story. So far, let me know what you think about this story on the comment section below, and we'll be right back with part 2 of this story.